My name's Jude Child. I'm one of the co-founders here at DiscoverX. Now, if you're watching this video, it's because I've either been in contact with you or you've jumped on seeing one of my ads. The purpose of this video is essentially so that way I can give you guys a better understanding of who we are, what we do, and how we can scale your business without hiring an agency, without having to hire anybody new, waste any money on ad spend, or even lift a finger. So sit back, relax, enjoy, get your notebook out, get your pen out, start taking some notes because you're going to want to. Now, if you haven't already booked a meeting with myself, don't worry, you can do so just after this video down below. Let's get straight into it. So, first things first, right, is who am I, right? Now, I was originally working in a hybrid recruitment and digital marketing agency all the way back in 2023. Now, it was after having worked here and during my time here where I started to realize the many problems within not just, I guess, the agency realm, but mainly in regards to lead generation. Now, a lot of these problems hold companies back from getting to their ideal situation. And I'm assuming yourself, right, are currently probably in a situation like this, whether you're a smaller agency, you're outsourcing systems as liabilities, you've got a non-sellable business, it's chaotic operations, you're getting poor client results, you have a weak team, or you have no free time. And you're probably trying to get to a point like this one, right, where you have an 8, 9, 10, maybe even 11-figure agency. All your systems are in-house as assets. You have a sellable business, right? But you also have streamlined operation, fantastic client results, a star team, and most of all, free time for yourself so that we can spend it with family or whatsoever. Now, to get your business from here to here, $10 million would simply solve this problem, right? If I gave you $10 million, you could definitely get there pretty quickly. And to get $10 million, you could probably do with some more clients and candidates. However, to get more clients and candidates, we simply need sales. Now, to get sales, we need more high-quality appointments and leads. And I'm sure you guys already know this. So by simply getting more leads, we're going to be able to close more deals, get more clients and candidates, generate more revenue, in terms getting us to our ideal situation, right? Pretty simple. Because the more opportunities we have to sign clients and sign candidates, simply the more money we make, right? Now, you've probably tried before, whether you've tried to use a regular lead generation agency or you've done outbound prospecting yourself. Now, of course, everyone knows how it goes, right? They get a regular VA to quickly scrape some leads, they send emails to them, and they book in a meeting on Calendly. Now, this is the old way of doing things. You know why? Because as time goes on, terrible results get even worse. And if you work with one of these companies for, say, 6 months, afterwards you realize you've not just wasted time, you've not just wasted money, but you've also wasted so much potential, because rather than your business growing and going up, you've actually gone the opposite way down. And this is where companies lose the most money. So, it doesn't have to be like this, right? We don't have to go through and waste time and money wasting them on these lead generation agencies or these solutions in-house that just don't seem to work and get us high-quality leads. But to first find out how we can actually do it properly, we have to see where every single lead generation and all these other agencies are actually going wrong. First of all, agencies are going to use a VA or outdated, unverified data platforms to generate a list of bad data. Then what's going to happen is the agency is going to either make you write your own emails, or they're going to rely off a copywriter, and you end up waiting long waiting times for expensive copy that's simply just reused from another business. So we're not getting any value, and we've already just wasted lots of time and money. Now, after wasting time and money, we go ahead and we launch campaigns, simply only using a basic email platform and basic emails that have just been warmed up for 2 weeks. Now, no secret, your emails are actually ending up in spam rather than inside the actual inbox. Now, after sending a quick email as well to someone to get their attention, like the subject line, quick question, doesn't work anymore. These simple things are not going to change your business. However, so many people still use outdated tactics, and this is one of the reasons that people are not generating high quality leads. And you may have seen this yourself in your business. So now we're getting less than 50% deliverability rate. But let's say against the odds, right? even though we have a terrible reply rate, we get a few responses. Perhaps some out of office replies, perhaps some please never message me again, or even maybe a few I'm actually interested. And let's be conservative. Let's say we actually do get these interested replies. Now, more of these out of office emails are getting replied back to because all this agency has done is place an extremely overworked and underpaid VA, not just to manage our account, but is also managing 50 other people's. So we've just launched these terrible quality emails, 2 terrible quality leads, and now we're actually getting some replies even though we're going to spam. However, we're not making the most of these replies because this VA is managing 50 other people's inboxes as well. And it's no joke why they have zero care for our inbox. Because they're getting underpaid, overworked, and managing 50 other people's. So if they miss a lead, they have no connection to it. They do not care. Understandably, right? But let's say, once again, against all odds, we actually get a few meetings booked. Bang, perfect. Now the agency's done their job, and it's up to you to make sure they turn up. Now, this is the absolute most stupid part. Because even though a lead generations agency job should be to make it so that way you simply close deals, they don't even get that part right. And eventually, you can't get a good show-up rate because you have to follow them up with emails, etc., when you should just be closing the deals. Now, what went wrong here? Because we had terrible data quality, we had poor email setup, we had crap copywriting, we were using single channel messaging, we had a very poor inbox management, we were not providing value, there was no nurturing. This is just to name a few. So let's say theoretically, even if this meeting did turn up, right, we get 1. They don't even close because it's some guy who retired 10 years ago because the data quality is so bad. Great. And this is the problem, right? People are not adapting. They're continuously going back into this loop again and again and again, expecting new results, however, doing the same thing. Just like Einstein said, right? The definition of stupidity is doing the exact same thing, expecting a different result. And we need to stop this now because this is unfortunately not going to be able to generate your business, the business that it deserves. So, how do we actually then fix this? How do we actually genuinely start generating some high quality leads? Well, guess what? This is exactly what we've done here at DiscoverX. After having worked in those hybrid recruitment agencies, but also not just that one, but witnessing all these other businesses time and time again fail, right, with their lead generation. We have reverse engineered all these problems into solutions so that way we can genuinely generate leads, generate interest, generate appointments, and then make sure they turn up without having to hire anyone, without having to pay an agency or terrible costs. So you don't have to work with one of these lead generation agencies. You can have everything in-house and genuinely scale your business. Let's get into it. So as we can see here, right, we want to get our leads, then we want to generate interest, then we want to turn them into appointments, and then make sure they show up. So that way, all you have to simply do is turn up to these ready to close meetings. Now, sounds fantastic, but how do we do it? First, let me tell you how it quickly worked for Progenics. Now, Progenics is a high-end commercial construction business where they generate more employees and jobs alongside, right? Now, we were able to reach up to 50 times more people per week with 1/8 of the labor. The email campaigns were looking nice. However, not only were the emails looking nice, we were actually generating a large amount of meetings and had a very, very good show-up rate. Now, you might be wondering, what about after a successful handover when he has to manage his own systems? Well, guess what? They keep getting better because on average, they were booking 7 to 9 meetings weekly. They had a show-up rate that had gone from actually 80% to 85%, and all the other leads that weren't showing up were getting rebooked. Now, this is fantastic, but let's actually look into the systems themselves. So, first things first, right? We need leads, right? Not using a VA. What we first need to do is we need to find out where are the high quality data for your niche. So let's say you target e-commerce companies and you help e-commerce companies maybe put new managers, or we help, say, tech companies put new software developers, or we help, say, logistic companies put in new managers whatsoever, right? We're going to find out we're first going to identify your ICP here. Then we're going to find out where are they. So if they're e-com, we might go to store leads. Tech and SaaS, we might go to a platform like BuiltWith, or B2B, we might go to a platform like Apollo. Now, this is sort of what this looks like, right? We, of course, need to set up personas, so that way you can simply jump on, click the persona, scrape the list of leads. In 2 seconds, you've now got 1,000 to say 10,000 people who genuinely could do with your service in a high quality within your industry and niche. Now, we're not just going to end it here, right? Because this is not how we're going to generate high quality data that's worth contacting. We then head over to our friend. Now, our friend's name is Clay. Clay is a platform like I imagine an octopus. It essentially reaches out to other data points to generate the best quality emails, phone numbers, and etc. Let me show you how it would work, right? You'd jump on, you'd import your CSV file that you would get from Apollo, and we'd get their first name, last name, full name, etc. Now, best part is, right, we're going to validate the emails, then we're going to find the emails that we don't already have from high quality platforms only. We're then going to do the exact same thing for the phone number. Now, just within literally 5 minutes, we've now got the highest quality data, way higher quality than waiting, say, for a VA to scrape over 2 weeks. We simply do this within a click. Now we need campaign copy. So, we're actually going to use Clay to do the same thing. Now you might be wondering, right, what about a copywriter? No need. We've got a friend named Twain. However, Twain is a software that we're not going to make work alone. We're going to implement what we call a Claygent into your Clay sheet, where essentially it's like a spy that's going to tell us a little bit more about the company. So let's say you're at a bunch of tech companies. It might tell us if they're hiring for a recent role, who their target industry is, something special about them that we can then leverage in a custom email. And this is how we're going to do it, right? So rather than using that VA who's going to have to wait 2 weeks for reused copywriting that's expensive, we simply use Twain. Now, what's Twain going to do is going to generate us a new email for every single lead, so that way no lead gets the exact same email. Every single email is custom according to what our Claygent, so our little AI spy, is going to tell us, and is going to ensure that we can get insane deliverability rate as well. Now, you've probably seen ChatGPT. This is what a ChatGPT email looks like. I'm not even going to read it because it's long, it's boring, no one else is going to read it either. You might be wondering, well, is AI going to emails look the same? No, they don't. Here's the secret, right? They're concise, they're valuable, and they're sharp. So that way we can cut straight into the inbox of the prospect, whether that be the candidate or client, to actually provide tailored value that feels humanized. Hey Simon, scaling a recruitment agency can be tough with expensive customer acquisition methods. Thinking that your experience in business in planning, you might be able to keen on finding effective ways to book meetings. Using our systems XYZ, right? You can then go through and we use a special call to action, and I'm going to go into this a little bit later. Worth watching a quick 2-minute video to see how, right? Let's now go to the next stage. So, keep in mind, bang. Just done in a click. We've spent 5 minutes, we've already got insane quality data, and we've already got really high email quality email campaigns. So we now go over to our next platform, where we're going to call Smart Leads. Smart Leads, what are you going to find here? You're going to find your email campaigns, but you're also going to find your email accounts. Now, your email accounts are already going to be warmed up, and we're going to set them up with according domains. So domains are going to be similar to things like, I'm sure you've seen like .xyz, .info, .live, just so that way we don't have to burn your main domain, because you're going to need your main domain forever, right? Makes sense. So we're going to find cheap domains that if we're to burn would be fine. We're now going to set them up with backend records. These are like little green flags so that way Google sends our emails to the inbox and not to spam. This is the MX, SPF, DMARC, and DKIM records. Just once again, small little green flags. You don't really have to worry about this sort of stuff because this is exactly what we set up. So all you have to do would be head over to Smart Leads, click Create New Campaign, implement the data, and click Play. You've now, within 3 minutes or so, just generated really high email copy, the best quality data possible within your industry, and launched campaigns. The simplest process ever. Now, this is where the magic actually starts to happen. After the first email gets sent out to a prospect, so the prospect will be here, they're going to get an initial email. Now, we're not just going to send out emails, right? Because that's just going to be the exact same as other people, and we're going to get lost. So the way we stand out is by sending voicemails. What would a voicemail be? A voicemail would genuinely be a voicemail that would get sent to, say, their phone and say, XYZ left you a voicemail. It's simply going to be, hey John, hope you're well. Just sent through a voicemail, just sent through an email. Would love if you could check it out. Let me know your thoughts. Same thing with then an SMS as well. So that way, we're essentially putting our hand up in the crowd so that way we can get our email not just opened, but a higher positive response rate. Now, best part is, this is completely automated, right? We don't have to send out the emails manually. We don't have to send out these voicemails manually. We don't have to send out these SMS manually. We're able to send hundreds and hundreds per day, completely automated, completely personalized as well, so we can genuinely bring real results. This is sort of what that automation looks like, but once again, we're going to set this up on a custom CRM so you don't have to worry about that side of things. Now, no doubt, right, we're going to send this to a lot of people, and we're going to start to get replies, and this is how we're going to manage our inbox. So rather than using some VA that is getting overworked, we use what we call I guess you could call it like an AI agent. What this AI agent's going to do, it's going to detect a reply from the inbox. So it might be, John might message and say, sorry, wrong person, or do not contact me again, or out of office, right? Or more commonly, interested, or requesting to book a meeting, or an information request. Now, after you get an email, the AI is going to automatically detect what they're trying to say in the email. So it might be, look, I'm very interested, and they're going to put it in that sequence and put it into the accordance sequence. So that way, you don't have to manage your inbox, and a VA is not doing it either. So every email genuinely gets tended to. Now, if it is like an interested meeting request or information request, you're going to get an internal notification, whether that be through Slack or SMS, just being like, hey, look, you've just got a new interested lead. You're going to be able to also find everything once again in that pipeline and that CRM, but you're not going to be really looking at this. You know why? Because we're going to let the magic do its work. And so you might remember how just earlier I just mentioned how we actually use a call to action. Do you mind if I send a quick 2-minute video? Now, no doubt you're not going to send a million of these little videos. We want to completely automate this process. And how do we do that? We use a platform called SendSpark. What SendSpark essentially does is record one Loom, and you're able to send out hundreds and thousands of personalized Loom videos, where we then want to provide humanized value that genuinely builds a real relationship with either the client or candidate to drag them into wanting to book a meeting with us. So bang, we say, hey, the video would go like, hey Watermelon, hope you're well. Just a quick video about Strawberry and how we can help you guys hire XYZ more people to grow your business. Or, hey Strawberry, here's the details about XYZ opportunity. Now what AI is going to do, it's going to swap out the background with their website or with their LinkedIn. It's then going to replace, say, the word watermelon with their first name, the word strawberry with their company name. So that way, every single video is actually personalized. Now, I've never seen a high quality video that genuinely looks so real, because 99% of it is actually us talking. So you cannot register at all that it is AI. Now, so by this point, they've heard our voice, we've sent really high quality emails that are actually completely customized, one of one. We've also sent high quality voicemails and SMS, and now they've received a personalized video. They already feel like you guys are friends almost, and you've actually been building a real rapport. With then, if they're not already begging to book a meeting, we simply only have to nudge them just that little bit by sending a few voicemails, SMS and emails, just to simply be like, look, this is a beautiful thing. You can actually sit down with us if you want to. And they want to come to us now and book a meeting with us. So we're in the authoritative position, and this is how we actually get exclusive clients and not just generic clients. Here's also just once again what that little back-end automation looks like. You don't have to worry about this though, right? Because we're going to set this up completely automated and customized to your business's tone, your business's mission. Now, after they've booked in a meeting, unlike just an agency who's going to throw it to you, we want to set up a system within your business so that way you never have to nurture them. All you have to do is to turn up to the meetings. How do we do this? By implementing what we call a show-up sequence, where we're going to send a voicemail, SMS, and maybe some more Loom videos and more emails to generate a little bit more of hunger, but also ensure that we can remind them when their meeting is to make them turn up. Now, no doubt we might have someone, let's just take John for example. John breaks his leg and unfortunately he can't turn up to the meeting. That's not his fault and it's not your fault. However, he is going to forget about your meeting. Now, how do we then make sure he actually turns up? Rather than just losing an extremely high quality lead, we're simply going to put him back into the rebooking sequence, which is going to drip feed him more value so that way he can seamlessly jump back in, book another meeting, and we can sit down to them. So if we have an 80% initial show-up rate, and we can ensure that we get the best chance at rebooking that other 20%. Eventually, the meeting runs, and you're able to simply jump on and close deals. So the best part is, all of this is automated, building real relationships, humanized touch points, so we don't lose authenticity as a recruitment agency, so you guys don't have to lose any authenticity, and you can build real relationships. Now, if you haven't already, book a meeting below. I want to show you exactly how we can customize and automate this within your business, so that way you guys can bring real results and not have to rely on any more of these lead generation agencies, and you can get the results that you deserve inside your own business. I'm looking forward to having a chat. Speak soon.